Hi guys, Nay from our humble homestead, and I wanted to show you my purple sprouting broccoli and chat a bit about how to look after brassicas and how I managed mine to grow so well after my disaster last year. Now these purple sprouting broccoli are amazing. They keep sprouting and putting off new shoots. If you continually harvest it, I really need to harvest some of these. It will keep on putting new shoots for a good couple months if the weather permits. So if it gets too hot, they'll probably bolt, but I'm hoping over this next month I'll get quite a lot of harvest out of these. All of my brassicas got savaged last year. This broccoli here, I don't actually know which one this is. I think my son planted this one. I think this is a regular Calabrese one, and some cabbages, but literally I planted about 20 of each variety and they all got savaged by the cabbage white butterflies. So I've learned how to look after them properly the hard way and cover them up to make sure they don't get eaten. Now brassicas are really heavy feeders. They need lots of nitrogen because they're really leafy veggies, and the rain really helped these past couple of days because rain has a lot of soluble nitrogen in. So what I do to take care of them is I make sure I've used our homemade compost for a start, which was full of like rotted manure from our ducks and chickens, which is full of the good bacterias and all the nutrients that they need. That's really helped. I definitely rate homemade compost a lot more than a shop bought, but if you can't make your own, then you can get really good organic shop bought compost, or just like renovate your soil, like upgrade it with a bit of rotted manure and some nutrients to sort of give it a boost. I've let this cabbage go to seed because I'm trying to be as self-sufficient as possible, and I just think it's really pretty. The bees absolutely love the flowers, and you can see here all the little seed pods are forming, which I'll let dry out and then save those seeds from those pods for next year, so I don't have to buy any more cabbage seeds, which is cool. Obviously I want to eat the rest of them. I won't let them all go to seed, but it's so cool that I can just keep on being self-sustaining and not have to buy them again. I love that. So that's what we're trying to do as much as we can of this year, and obviously have as many flowers as possible to attract all the pollinators to get a better veggie harvest. So yeah, this is the bees' favourite one at the moment. So I love how amazing, how intentional and how much purpose everything has. To me, it just amazes me and increases my faith and just brings me joy in the garden. So this is the frame that I've put on my brassicas to keep them protected from the butterflies. Now last year I was like, oh, look at the lovely butterflies, aren't they so sweet? I didn't realise they were laying eggs and savaging them all. So this just protects them. It's an easy pop-up tent. It saves me putting up posts and stuff. It keeps the rain and the sunlight in, but obviously keeps all the nasty bugs off. Now I've planted some of the seeds that I sowed about 8 weeks ago. Just an experiment really, because it's quite a shady spot here, but again I've used really rich manure in the compost, homemade compost and some shop bought compost because I didn't have enough. And I used the no dig method in this bed. And I don't know if you've heard of it, but if you haven't, check out Charles Dowding's no dig gardening method. So I laid compost down to like suppress any weeds. Cardboard down to suppress any weeds, and layered it with compost and rich organic material. And the greens are loving it. As you can see, I started all of these from seed. The ducks have had a bit of a field day with my Swiss chard because I forgot to cover them up, and my lettuce, but I'm hoping they will regrow. So I just cut and come again method with all of these. I just pick the outside leaves and it regrows again from the middle. And this is where Webergale had a field day, a little bit of a lunch snack on my mustard here, but I know it will regrow again through the middle. I just need to remember to keep them covered up. So the biggest thing really about brassicas is making sure they love a really light position, a lot of sun. They're really heavy feeders. They need a lot of water. So really rich compost, rich nutritious compost, and covering them up has been like probably the two key things in getting successful brassica harvest this year. and picking off all the slugs as well, which I give to my ducks. So I hope that's helped. Just a few top tips that might be helpful if you're new to gardening like I was last year and you want to get a successful brassica harvest.